he got his own style too. And then I got this group called B3. They out of Illinois, um, Ohio,
I saw it
up
like
in
this
that
month
area.
on the blog because
Um,
your blog is really cool too because each month you represent a different artist and I know the guy I forgot his name because I'm not so smart but he was an R&B artist I think out of North Carolina that was on your blog.
oh yeah, 'cause that's a guy that I work with as far as my blog,
Yeah.
Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. Um, his name is Jonathan Coleman on Facebook, and he's good with promotion, and he do all my reviews for artists. So anything on the blog that you see that's like written up for artists, he does
And I
that
mean,
stuff.
if you haven't gone to the blog,
And
that's really good because it's really written like a magazine, and it features different artists each month, and you get to kind of read about the artist and learn about
hmm
their background. I'm really into the backgrounds, and then that way you can find the artist and listen to the music. It's really cool to see a picture and kind of meet the person before you hear them. And I've been playing around on there because I always like to meet people that I listen to, and you kind of get a. For me, the music becomes more personal once you read them in a blog format like that.
yes, and yeah, he very good on like giving a good write up on an artist. That's why I use him for us like the blog. We're doing write ups for artists, or if we get a new artist that want promotion on the site, he's definitely the one I would prefer. Any artist that want a write up or a review or interview on the blog or
And
stuff like that. He good with writing up
and I think, I mean, the
interviews and stuff.
plethora of talent that you have yourself, plus the entertainment that you mentioned, the family that you have, has opened us up to where we really think your story can't be told in a podcast or an interview, and that's why uh, we want to join up, and we're kind of co-promoting. We're going to have a new feature on the Midwest Bostonian. It's going to be Music Mix Monthly with DJ BME. We're going to talk about one of his artists each month when we do it, and then he's going to play a mix of songs, and it'll feature the artists that we talk about. So I mean, if you listen to the amount of talent and the way that you heard all the way from back when he was a child with his father, the way BME can just see talent, hear talent, we're going to be able to meet some of that talent and talk to DJ BME and maybe even interview some of the talent itself. And every month you're going to get a little taste of BME because once you hear his style and once you hear the artist that he has, 1 week isn't enough. And that's why we're so lucky that we landed BME as a house DJ. And I really think it's going to bring the show to the next level. And that brings me to the next part of the interview where I want people to understand what I already know, that DJ BME is talented. And so the questions I've been dying to ask him, I have never been so excited about an interview. I was talking to him at the middle of the night last night because I'm a fan of DJ BME. I want to kind of just, I don't know if you can take us into your chemistry lab, open up your magic box and kind of feed us through how your mind works when you mix your music, because I've heard many mixed DJs and I've never heard anybody do it the way you do it, where I kind of feel like you bring it in with this nice vibe, kind of a welcome to the show type feel without saying it. And then you bring the mix in, and I kind of wanted to know, how does your mind work when you're forming your mixes, because you kind of have a certain style, and then how did you get to the point, and kind of what equipment do you use to get the sounds and bring in the mixes, and know how to bring which artists in when, because you have this balance that I've never heard before. And even though your artists are already tight, the way you mix it makes it sound even sharper, and it just blows my mind. I was wondering if you could bring us into how your Dr. Jekyll evil mastery of the mix works.
Okay, well, I usually I vibe off of not so much of how I'm feeling that day as much as that too, but I vibe off of how I might just go on Facebook and see what the vibe of people post are. I might go ask a couple people who they like listening to, who their favorite artists. Um, whether it's pop, rap, country, R&B, jazz. I just try to, find out who artists like listening to. And then if I don't have it, I just, vibe off of what I got or what gets sent in to me through emails and everything. And I just cut it on, and then I just go scroll down, and I just pick one. Whatever I land on, I'm a okay. I pick this artist. Okay, I'm a look at their list, and just I'm gonna pick one again off their whole album, by title. So whatever the title is that I pick, it's gonna bring the vibe of the first song, and from that first song, I just mellow it out from there. Like if I start off hard, I'm a start that vibe, and then I'm gonna mellow it out toward the end. So people are like, oh, okay, I was hyped, but
Yeah.
now I'm getting calm. Or I might start off calm, and then I might just raise it up on like, oh yeah, now I feel like going out to the store
Hell
and
yeah.
play this again. Or I might, I just want to move and dance today off of this. Do he got another show? So that I just try to balance it by, you know, um, how I started off and how I vibe through it, from starting off. My start off is how I'm gonna vibe it out and
Yeah.
mellow it out through the whole show or the whole mix. So I try to reverse it around. I might Sometimes I might just do the unknown. People might be like, "Oh yeah, he gonna start with a nice R&B song, or he gonna start with a hard rap song." I'm ready because I know it's gonna be something new in that category, and I'm ready. And I might just pop up with a
Blow their
pop
mind.
song. It might be Taylor Swift, blow their mind. They be like, "I'm confused. He ain't start with something, okay, let me listen to some more, and then the next song might be another pop song pop artist you might not heard that got sent in to me, and I might be like, yeah, I'm gonna play this next. I'm gonna mess their head up again, and it's another pop song, so they're like, then I switch it to R&B, like if I start with a mellow R&B, then I raise it up to like a uppity, R&B. Then I bring in you know, a mellow rap, and then I bring it back up to what I mean, a up tempo, like a dance, maybe a dance, rap, or it might be just like a hardcore rap. And then I just bring it back down, so it don't be one pitch. So you never know who's gonna be listening. You know what I'm
It's like a
saying? So I
magic
try to
box,
switch
man.
it, so it be something for everybody.
Well, that blows my mind because I
Yeah.
tell you, listening, I honestly thought, like, I'm a very big planner in the way I do my shows. And, I definitely I don't have any talent other than I interview. But I mean, where you blew my mind is I really thought you planned and, uh, once we listen to get a little flavor at the end of the show, you're going to think, I think the audience is going to think like I do. It sounds like you put a lot of thought into it, but in the end of the day, the reason why your music sounds so good is you're just a fan and you're creating something that you like, but you're so thoughtful and you think of
Yeah,
other
yeah.
artists way out in South Africa and stuff that you can feel your heart in the music and you just want to bring everybody together. And that's what I like about you
Mm-hmm.
because that's what I try and do with the interviews. But if you have music that's trying to bring everybody together and then we do interviews that's trying to do the same thing, because in the end of the day, if Boston Johnny is way how he'd want the world, I just want happiness. And that's how your music makes me feel. But I thought you planned it. The fact that I know
Yeah,
that it's off the cuff just makes me respect you. It makes me respect you even more, you know?
yeah, yeah. It's just like spur of the moment. If I like today, after this interview, I probably just jump into 56 because of the motivation that I done pulled and the energy I done gained from you.
Hell yeah.
So it might be episode 56 dropping today, just because I'm in that mood. So it's just like a spur of the moment. I might drop a couple of them, and then I might be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna let that sink in the head a little bit, and then I come back with something else next week or something. But sometimes I be
That,
like, I can't wait. I got to drop another one. So you never know. The more music I get, the more episodes I'm dropping back to back. The more people listen,
hell yeah.
the more I'm
And
doing
I
back to
mean,
back.
I definitely got a vibe now of how you plan the music, but I'm sure there's some people out there that are musically inclined themselves. Can you kind of run us through the equipment that you use and what some of your favorite effects are, and uh, you you change what you mix based on your mood, but how do you also decide how to bring stuff in and out and what sound effects to use? What goes through your mind there? Is that after, when you listen to the music after you've already done the mix, or do you kind of bring it all in together, and what equipment do you use to make that happen?
Well, I use my main best friend for doing my shows and my mixes is Virtual DJ. They out of the UK, but they dabble in the US too. Kind of like worldwide, but it's a UK product. But they definitely who I use. They good. Um, I use them because it's to the point, and you can add whatever equipment you want to it, or you could just be basic and you know
Yeah,
um, do it in-house DJ style. Have your basics and just go in. So me, I just being that I've been in it for, I say, going on 3 years, um, like 3 to 4 years, I say, um, it just been like,
yeah,
I've been like in-house DJing. So it's like, I ain't really touched like the clubs or uh, an actual radio station to do it yet, but I built my brain by learning and teaching myself. So the more equipment I get, the better I'm gonna get. But right now I'm just using a simple laptop, headphones, microphones, speakers,
there you
and
go.
a little surround sound. And I go in. I also my favorite effects is the reverb, phaser, echoing, a little scratching.
Yeah,
Here and there, I do a little scratching.
I like the scratching because I know
Um,
you've done some of that. I'm sure people heard that in
and
the intro, and you're really tight on that as well. You definitely have been using the program for a while, because I use Virtual DJ too, and I come out with something that sounds like a bunch of mush, and you come out and it's tight, man. So you
yeah.
go ahead. I'll cut.
What you were saying? Oh, I was about to say I make sure all my levels. I don't really touch my levels too much. I just keep everything even. But my mic, I usually had that to a certain level, like far as like probably midway, and it comes out like that every time. Um, I don't even know how I be doing it. I just get up there and go in. I don't touch nothing. I try not to touch the settings. To catch the whole interview, go to Midwest Boston.